Much, Stefan. Now we turn to the death of Pope Francis. People are still gathering and grieving at the Vatican right now. Catholic cardinals from around the world are also starting to arrive in Rome ahead of the upcoming funeral and conclave.
The funeral mass is set for Saturday morning in St. Peter's Square. Francis asked for a simpler service and will not be buried at St. Peter's, but instead at St. Mary Major Basilica in the heart of Rome. Ann Ahern here now with the very latest, including more on her speaking to someone who witnessed Francis's outreach to the poor. Marianne,
Pope Francis's funeral will take place at 3 a.m. Chicago time Saturday. And while President Trump and his wife Melania, as well as Prince William, will be there, the funeral will be more understated than is the tradition. It will be in keeping of how he lived his life.
Roman Catholic cardinals who have begun to arrive at the Vatican met today to make funeral and conclave plans. The public viewing of Pope Francis starts Wednesday, after his simple casket is taken by procession from Casa Santa Marta, where the Pope had lived. The conclave, the process when those 135 cardinals under 80 vote to choose the next Pope, cannot begin before May 5th. Mary Fiorito will be there.
This is going to be not only the largest conclave in church history, it's going to be the most diverse, because this Pope has made cardinals all over the world, in places like the Congo and Myanmar, and countries and locations that have never had a cardinal before.
Wednesday, Cardinal Blaise Cupich will lead a memorial mass at 10 a.m. at Holy Name and then fly to Rome later in the day.
As we move forward, if we're going to be true to his legacy, the greatest memorial we can have is to make sure that we carry on the vision that he has given us, but also the call to be real human beings.
Many are recalling Francis as someone who was committed to those on the margins, often speaking on behalf of the poor. State Representative Cam Buckner spent 6 months in Buenos Aires as a law school student and often saw then Jorge Bergoglio.
There was a gentleman that I saw very often on the bus, the 152 bus. And he's a regular looking gentleman, very stoic looking. And I had no idea who he was until one day on the bus, one of my Argentinian classmates said, "Well, that's the Archbishop." The Archbishop, that's a big deal. And he rides public transit. I said, absolutely, that's what he does. He's a man of the people.
Imagine how surprised Buckner was when Francis was then selected Pope. No doubt as the new leader of the 1.3 billion Catholics is chosen, we might hear stories like this that give us a sense of just who that person is. Alex?
He made everybody feel special who came across him with his dynamism and personality, so we're definitely going to hear more of those. Marianne, thank you so much.